I'm about to hand you the exact key to why your school burnout isn't a weakness. It's a programmed response from a system that needs you compliant to function. If you look away for even 10 seconds, you're choosing to stay in the dark while the rest of your life is decided by people who don't even know your name. This is the data they don't want you to process. Watch this, or keep losing. Hit subscribe if you're ready to actually wake up. Chapter 1: The 19th Century Ghost. You are sitting in a hard plastic chair under flickering fluorescent lights, and you feel that familiar soul crushing boredom. But you tell yourself it's okay, because everyone else is doing it too. You think this is just the price of entry for a decent life? There is a seductive lie that if you just sit still and follow the instructions, the world will owe you a living. It feels safe, doesn't it? But here's the thing: you are being trained for a world that died 100 years ago. You are a high tech brain being forced to run on low tier software. Wait, isn't this just normal though? Chapter 2: The Dopamine of the A. We have been conditioned to crave that little letter at the top of the page like it is a hit of pure dopamine. You spend all week stressed out, but that 1 second of validation when you see a high score makes it all feel worth it. It's a trick, man. It's a clean, socially acceptable addiction that keeps you from asking if you're actually learning anything useful. You're not chasing knowledge, you're chasing a pat on the head from a system that doesn't care about your potential, only your ability to repeat what you were told. But it helps me stay disciplined. It's not hurting anyone. Chapter 3: The Compliance Cult. You think you're building character, but you're actually just building a habit of ignoring your own instincts. You're learning to wait for permission to speak, permission to eat, and permission to think. It's the ultimate soft rot. You've become so good at jumping through hoops that you don't even notice the hoops are getting smaller. Other people do way worse than this, right? Sure, but they aren't losing their ability to think for themselves. You're trading your curiosity for a gold star, and that's a damn high price to pay. So you're saying, I can never go to class again. Chapter 4: The Identity Void. I'm saying you need to look at who you are when the bells stop ringing. If you take away the grades and the homework, what is left? For most of us, it's just a hollow space. We've let the institution define our entire worth for so long that we don't even have a personality outside of being a student. That identity drift is how you wake up at 30 and realize you have no idea what you actually like or who you actually are. You're a stranger to yourself because you were too busy being a perfect student. Wouldn't quitting just make me a total loser? Chapter 5: The GPA Social Credit Score. We treat a grade point average like it's a social credit score that determines if we're allowed to be happy. It's a fake currency. In the real world, nobody cares if you could memorize the periodic table in 10th grade. They care if you can solve a problem and if you can actually talk to people. But school doesn't teach that. It teaches you to compete with your friends over crumbs of validation. It turns your peers into rivals and your curiosity into a chore. It's a mental cage, and the bars are made of percentages. Chapter 6: The Creative Death Spiral. Think about the last time you were genuinely excited to learn something. It probably wasn't in a classroom. The system is designed to smooth out your edges until you're just another interchangeable part. It's a creative death spiral where original thoughts are treated like mistakes because they don't fit the rubric. You're being taught to fear being wrong, but being wrong is the only way you ever actually grow. You're being optimized for a factory that doesn't exist anymore, and your best ideas are being left to rot in the hallway. But I need this degree to get a job, right? Chapter 7: The Fear of the Unknown. That's the fear they use to keep you in line. The idea that without that piece of paper, you're nothing. It's a sunk cost fallacy that keeps you spending years of your life and thousands of dollars on a promise that's looking more like a scam every year. The world is changing faster than any syllabus can keep up with. While you're studying for a test on yesterday's news, the real world is moving on without you. You're being sold a map to a city that's already been torn down and rebuilt. Chapter 8: The Actual Education. Real education starts the moment you stop waiting for a grade. It's about reclaiming your self respect and your freedom. You are not a number on a spreadsheet or a cog in a machine. You are a human being with a brain that was designed to explore, create, and challenge the status quo. When you finally stop letting school define your worth, you realize that you are already enough. You don't need a degree to be curious, and you don't need permission to be great. Put the book down, look at the world, and start actually living.